Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we return to regular session. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Hitchcock.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
Staff request on certification of closed meeting, approval of resolution 21-53, please.
I move we approve resolution 21-53 as presented.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 21-53. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Hitchcock.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
At this time, we all stand for the pledge of allegiance, and if I can have volunteers to indicate, please.
We represent the opportunity to come before you all. We ask you to touch every line and every problem. We walk out going in county business, Lord Jesus Almighty God. Those that come before us, let us come before each and every one of them. And each of the Lord, let the Spirit of God move in this place and help each and every one of us. As we go out, let's be mindful of each and every one of us. In Jesus' name we pray.
Staff is requesting approval of the agenda with one added item regarding signage on or within the Greensville County Office Park. It's resolution 21-56.
I move we approve the agenda as amended.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve agenda as amended. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Hitchcock.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
Staff is also requesting approval of the consent agenda. It consists of the minutes of the October 5th meeting, budgetary matters, warrants, and resolution 21-55, personnel matters resulting from closed session.
I move we approve the consent agenda as presented. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve consent agenda as presented. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Hitchcock.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
There are no public hearings this evening, but we have several items with appointments. First listed on your agenda was in reference to proration of personal property taxes. That item will be deferred into a later meeting at the board's request. The second item is a request from Ms. Linda Edwards, Circuit Court Clerk. I do not see Ms. Edwards. We'll move on. We do have a public meeting. Staff is intending to apply for funding from USDA for the funding of a new fire truck. Mr. Owen is here to discuss this matter with you and receive approval of resolution 21-54.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board member. Part of the USD financing process is to pass a resolution, or pass a resolution authorizing staff to begin the process of securing funding to purchase a new ladder truck for the fire department. Staff asked that the board approve resolution 21-54 in order for staff to start the negotiation with USDA on financing and allow the county administrator to sign those documents on behalf of the board.
I move that we approve resolution 21-54.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 21-54. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Hitchcock.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
Thank you. The next item is citizens' comments. Anyone wishing to speak before the board of supervisors, please come forward and state your name and
We gotta do
address.
the signage.
I'm sorry, so do that on double matters?
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. I'm sorry.
Okay. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the board this evening? If not, we'll move on. There is no old business to come before the board tonight. We do have a couple of items under other matters. The first is COVID-19 hazardous duty pay. This item was requested to be put on the agenda by the board. I think you have in your agenda an attachment I, which actually gives information pertaining to eligible expenses under the CARES funding that was received by the county. I think this was Mr. Brown's request.
This is your request, Mr. Brown, to add it to budget. We have some discussion around it.
We don't have any paid first responders as far as fire and rescue, except one fire person, correct?
One paid fireman, yes, sir.
So how would you distinguish who's eligible for it and who's not? I guess that's my question.
Yeah, that was the same question I had, because if we were to do this, I would want it to be done fairly, whereas not to leave out.
Because according to these guidelines, you can't do across the board.
Right.
Yes, according to what you all had in attachment I, this is directly from the federal government as far as U.S. Treasury in regards to the use of the coronavirus relief funds, and it lays out in that document as far as who can be covered and who cannot be covered in that. And as Mr. Conwell mentioned, it cannot be used for across the board. The person has to be substantially, their position has to be substantially mitigated to fighting the coronavirus or in conjunction with the coronavirus. So that is your explanations there in regards to the pages and where they were pulled from. And it's two separate documents. The first one you'll see on the first page is from the coronavirus relief fund, the guidance for state, territorial, and tribal governments. You see a list of page numbers there, as well as the verbiage in regards to the hazardous pay. And then you'll notice on page 2, the next section comes from the coronavirus relief fund's frequently asked questions. Both of those have been updated several times, and the last update is included, which is set from the second, which is shown on page 1 and 2.
That's my perception of it.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
That's by these guidelines, I don't see where we can pay anybody the additional. But that's just my perception of it.
I mean, it's been done in other counties. I would like to see us take a little bit more time with investigating and seeing if, this is a possibility for us.
When you think that anyone that come before be eligible? For instance, officer, social service.
I agree with Ms. Astrop. I think we need to defer this until we get more information on who may be eligible. So I'd like to defer this.
We'll defer this, and staff will be glad to meet with you to discuss particulars. If you have certain areas, as Mr. Brown mentioned, we can discuss those in particular and see how the rules apply. Moving on, we have an added item, the signage in the Greensville County government complex. There has been some concern expressed about the signs, the campaign signs in front of the building. You have been provided with a resolution that will allow you to actually not have this type of signage on the grounds or in the office park. If you wish to approve that tonight, we can be sure that the information is shared with the registrar, who will tell those people who have erected signs in the office park that you have chosen not to allow that sort of thing. I think you have the resolution in front of you as prepared by the county attorney earlier today when this was brought up.
I move we approve resolution 21-56.
Second. And the move second that we approve resolution 21-56. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conrad? Ms. Fishback?
Aye.
Mr. King?
The last item on this evening's agenda is a COVID-19 update. Mr. Owens?
According to the statistics provided by Crater Health District on Friday, October 16th, Greensville County now has had a total of 829 positive cases of COVID-19 with 14 deaths reported. During the same period of time, the city of Emporia has had 269 cases and they had 23 deaths. The interesting thing is, and in your packet I gave you, I also included from 1 October until last Friday, the number. And what we're looking at from 1 October until last Friday, the county had a total of 45 positive cases and the city had a total of 9 cases. So, and I went back and I researched, and DOC is not a major contributor to those 45 cases. These are residents that are having those in the city. The long-term care facilities were not a major contributing factor. Staff has worked with the Department of Social Services and the Virginia Department of Health to begin distributing PPE kits, and the same type of kits we gave out to the public earlier this year on several occasions. And they'll be working with those individuals coming in that have financial restraints and using those facilities. So that's a way for us to keep making sure that we get proper PPE in the hands of the people that need it. And the CHD conducted a free COVID-19 test clinic on Thursday, October 8th at the BPI building located on Oak Street. And during that test, we had 47 people that were either registered or registered on site. And as of Friday's report, we had 3 confirmed positive tests as a result of that pre-testing. And CHD is also in the final stages of planning their testing, which should be more available in the month of November and December. They had a slight delay in bringing the contract testers on board and getting all the necessary paperwork done on that. And we had planned on having more of them conducted during the month of October, but it looked like it's going to push it into the November time frame. And according to the CDC, of course, COVID tends to be more contagious during cooler weather than it does during hot weather. So I guess time will tell on those statistics. Are there any questions about COVID-19 briefing? Thank you.
Thank you.
Staff requesting adjourn.
So moved.
And the move second that we now adjourn. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conrad?
Aye.
Ms. Fishback?
Aye.
Mr. King?
I'd like to have a motion to go in the record section of water and sewer.
Mr. Conrad.
Aye.
Ms. Frenchco.
Aye.
Mr. Terry.
Alright, we have no public hearing, item was appointment none, old business none, and new business. WS 21-06.
Good evening. Attachment E in your agenda packet is resolution 21-08. It's regarding the contract award for cutting grass at the reservoir. B&B Consultants, the engineer for the reservoir project, conducted a warranty inspection of the reservoir site. The engineer identified some areas of the reservoir site where grass coverage was insufficient and requested the contractor reseed the areas this fall. The engineer also requested that the Water and Sewer Authority cut the grass at the reservoir prior to this reseeding taking place. GCWSA's FY 2021 budget contains funds to complete 2 cuttings this year in accordance with the recommended maintenance schedule. GCWSA requested quotes from 4 contractors to cut the grass at the reservoir, and we received 2 responses. Nutrichem Incorporated submitted the lowest quote in the amount of $8,000. If you adopt this resolution, it will be resolved that you award an $8,000 contract to Nutrichem. You'll authorize the county attorney to prepare a contract between the Water and Sewer Authority and Nutrichem. And you'll also authorize the director or assistant director to execute on behalf of the Water and Sewer Authority the contract to cut the grass. Staff asks that you adopt resolution 21-08.
I move that we approve resolution WS 21-08.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conrad.
Aye.
Ms. Frenchco.
Aye.
Mr. Terry.
Alright. Resolution WS 21-09.
That is attachment F in your agenda packet. It is a work order for engineering services. B&B Consultants is currently under contract for general engineering services. The new commercial client is located at the I-95 Exit 4 service area. In 2009, B&B Consultants prepared a preliminary engineer report for water and sewer service along the US Route 301 South Corridor. B&B submitted the attached $15,000 work order to update that 2009 report to include any changes in the water and sewer system, cost estimates, and recommendations if a more preferred option has developed since the PER's original development. It also includes discussions regarding the addition of another community well system at Exit 4 as an alternative before proceeding with a major line extension. Staff recommends requesting funding for this PER from the Greensville County Industrial Development Authority. If you adopt this resolution, it will be resolved that you authorize the staff to request $15,000 need to fund this PER from the Industrial Development Authority. It will also award $15,000 work order to B&B Consultants contingent upon the Industrial Development Authority agreeing to fund this project. And you authorize the director or assistant director to execute on behalf of the authority the proposed work order to update this PER. Staff requests that you adopt resolution 21-09.
Motion.
I move we approve WS 21-09.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conrad.
Aye.
Ms. Frenchco.
Aye.
Mr. Terry.
Alright.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
I move
Would
we,
like you to adjourn until Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock, please.
I move we adjourn to Thursday afternoon, 5 o'clock here for those.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conrad.
Aye.
Ms. Frenchco.
Aye.
Mr. Terry.
Alright.